because it can mean 1,000,001 things.
Right up there with hashtag fuckface Tom Phillips.
There you go. Fuckface that owl, Tom Phillips. Yeah, TNA, they got a lot of new things going, but they screwed up a lot on the way out.
I tell you what, I want to watch TNA, but they got rid of the Hardys, and the Hardys are what's keeping me following this kind of programming.
Now, I will play devil's advocate here. I will say, from what it sounds like, the Hardys wanted a substantial amount of money,
Well,
which they could deserve. I'm not saying that. At the same time, they also wanted creative control. And at this point, TNA is under brand new ownership, brand new management. And if they feel that they want to build young stars up under their new umbrella, which is now Impact Wrestling, not TNA as far as most people are concerned, and I can't blame them for not wanting to give up creative control. This is their baby now. You got Jeff Jarrett, you got Bruce Pritchard, you got Dutch Mantell. I don't know how the three of them feel about the Broken Universe. A lot of people didn't like it. I love it. Huge fan of it. I love everything they did. It's not for everybody. And maybe they felt like they had to have creative control to make their show. A lot of what happened wrong in TNA in the past was they let wrestlers just run them into the ground, make their own calls, and screw things up. So playing devil's advocate, they saved a ton of money not re-signing the Hardys, plus they're not giving up creative control. I'm not saying it's the right move. I'm saying that I can maybe see what they were doing, maybe. I don't know that that's what their thoughts are either.
It's definitely a risky maneuver, because they're going to have to pull out some big stops to get me to watch the program again.
That was getting them talked about, so I will admit that is a risky maneuver. And now people are talking about Ring of Honor, as we said.
Yeah. Well, Ring of Honor has been great for a long time, though, since the Bullet Club, and since they started pairing up with New Japan.
Yeah, they went on a little slump there. Ring of Honor is what kept me through the early 2000s. And I ain't going to lie, I quit watching WWE. I was watching Ring of Honor and TNA. They kept me through it. A while back, a few years back there, they were starting to go through a slump. They were getting raided by TNA and by WWE. They tried to do some things that didn't work. They still had good matches, but they weren't great. They're back up there where they want to make a name for themselves. They want to show everybody who's boss. They're fighting, and they want to be known as the number 2 brand in America. Some would argue they are right now. Some would argue TNA still is. It's a debate that's up in the air.
I think so, and you won't know until TNA really gets their feet in the mud and starts hauling ass.
That's true, and gets their ass out of the mud, because they're sinking, and they need to get out.
Some people would say been sunk, but I say as long as there's a dream and a way, and you can get rid of Dixie Carter. I mean, sky's the limit.
That was the thing, getting rid of Dixie Carter. That's the only thing that stayed true so far for what's kind of held them back, is Dixie's always been at the helm. She fought so long to not sell unless she was kept on as an on-air personality, and that drove a lot of people away. You know, Billy Corgan. They lost Billy Corgan, who was a brilliant mind and from all accounts was doing great things with TNA, all because Dixie wanted a bigger piece of the pie.
Yep.
She destroyed her own company just to spite Billy Corgan.
And I think it's funny, because he was going to rebrand the company, and no, we're keeping everything the same, and then all of a sudden, now she's out, the company's been rebranded. God, I just hope Billy Corgan comes back.
Right? This is a guy who smashes pumpkins for a living, as far as I know. That's all I know about him.
I only get to do that once or twice a year.
Yeah, I usually do it on Easter. Usually. Usually on Easter is my pumpkin smashing time. In other news, I believe we have a little issue going on between Shaq and Big Show. Or should I say, Big Show alone is the only one really talking about this. As most of us know, it was rumored for months back now.
Since SummerSlam?
Yeah, I think they had the Battle Royal. Well, back in Royal Rumble, Shaq was in there, and Big Show eliminated him. That was back in last January. And then they've been building up, and they've been having Twitter fights between Big Show and Shaq.
And Big Show's in better shape than I think I've ever seen him in.
Big Show is in phenomenal shape.
Granted, Twitter pictures do a lot more for him than actual camera does.
But I'll tell you, not just for a man his size. I mean, just for anybody, he is in phenomenal shape. He has said he got in that shape for his match with Shaq, so he's pissed about that, which I say, you know what, either way, good for him. If that's what got you to get in this shape, I love it. Be happy for it. But it sounds like Shaq is now pulling back, from all accounts, all of it's in Shaq's field. He doesn't want to do it, and a lot of sources say it's because he will not get in shape for the match. It sounds like if you've seen him lately on ESPN, he's a little bigger, he's chubbier, he's not the Shaq we all knew. He's getting older, we'll admit it. But it sounds like Shaq's the one holding off and has reservations about this. I don't know that Shaq needs the payday. Obviously not. He makes plenty of money on his own, but it's kind of shitty here. It sounds like Big Show is really disappointed about it. All the work Big Show has done, he might not even have a match. He might be delegated to the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, which he won once, but he deserves better than that for the work he's put in this year, I'd say.
I think so. And I would love to see this match. I would love to see this match more than I would love to see Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg for the championship. I mean, I think these two, they're bigger guys, they're slower moving, but they're definitely going to last longer than a minute 36.
Yeah, they're going to last. Either one of those two can go longer than Goldberg, and I'll tell you that right now. Even Shaq out of shape, because he has to have amazing cardio just for being in the NBA, even though all he did was stand there and miss free throws. That's beside the point. He's got good cardio. I know that. They could go longer than Brock and Goldberg are going to go.
And here's an easy out. Why don't they throw both of them in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal and have it come down to the two at the end? I mean, I could see, because Big Show's already won it.
I don't think, since it's an Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, let's wait a while before WWE sullies it with celebrities. It's one thing, the Royal Rumble. Okay, yeah. Throw people in, get names, get people talking. It's a big event. I get it. This is actual Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. And Andre, whether he was a technical wizard or not, by the way, he was not. He's still a classic wrestling demigod. And I don't think you should sully his name by entertaining the fact that an NBA guy could come in and win it. I mean, I personally don't like that idea. But yeah, why can't they work something out? Do a street fight. Shaq can leave his shirt on. He doesn't have to take it off. They don't have to worry about doing fancy moves. Shaq can just hit Big Show over and over again with a chair. Everybody will be happy. Everybody will clap. You get video and pictures to sell stuff. I mean, you get a picture of Shaq hitting Big Show with a chair, you're going to sell the next pay-per-view. I don't care. You're going to sell WWE Network subscriptions. It's going to happen. That alone sells it.
And then Shaq can be the guest feature on the next WWE game.
There you go.
Yeah.
He's an unlockable. I wouldn't give him the cover, but he's an unlockable. Let him have it. The other thing I think, bring in Rodman and Karl Malone from WCW days and have them against Shaq. 2-on-1. The old WCW against the WWE NBA guys. A match that no one wants to see, wrestling fan or NBA. Most went NWA. Old school wrestling and rap.
There you go.
Oh, Shaq, get your shit together. Get back on here. Have a WrestleMania payday. Have fun and entertain the fans. Just do it.
Just do it. What do you got to lose?
Exactly.
What do you got to lose?
I'm sick of talking about this stuff.
Big Show's a big nice guy. He ain't going to hurt you too bad.
What else you got there, Josh?
Oh, well, this week I was perusing YouTube and I managed to catch a YouTube video from Being the Elite, and I noted that Adam Cole attempted to fire the Young Bucks from the Bullet Club.
Dun, dun, dun.
But they fired back with, there's only one man who can fire us from the Bullet Club. There's only one other person in the Elite, and that is Kenny Omega. And pretty much after that, Adam Cole tried to call them. They weren't answering, and the episode played out as is. But right now, everything with the Bullet Club's up in the air. Who knows?
So are we seeing the seeds planted for maybe Adam Cole leaving and going to the E?
Ooh, could be.
We have a Adam Cole versus Young Bucks. Loser leaves the Bullet Club. Adam Cole versus Kenny Omega. Loser leaves the Bullet Club.
I want to see Cole versus Omega.
I would love it.
Oh my God, yes.
I would love it.
Yes. I also want to see Cole. Fix that bump on his head. So maybe he needs to take some time off. Maybe Kenny Omega beats him. He takes a couple months off, goes and gets that thing removed. It's okay. I mean, it's not hurting him.
It is not a tumor.
But I can't stop looking at it. And that hat doesn't cover it. Because he doesn't know to pull down his hat far enough.
You know what? He needs to go to WWE and he can be an honorary unicorn in the New Day.
There you go.
Just stroll him out there in blackface. Who cares?
He doesn't even have to buy the strap-on dildo.
Right? No, I find this, other than the fact that his contract's coming up and there's been rumors of him going to WWE, this kind of came out of nowhere. I haven't seen the clip. I haven't watched since the 15th anniversary show, so I don't know what brought to him trying to fire the Young Bucks. I don't know why this came about. I'm surprised. The Elite has kind of been the tightest group. Well, it is the tightest group in the Bullet Club, but it's been a very tight group all around. The Bucks,
was Adam Cole ever in the Elite?
Yep. Bucks, Cole,
Okay.
Omega, they're the Elite. Omega is the honorary leader. You know, it's
thinking back about it, actually, I've been watching a lot of Being the Elite on YouTube, and weeks past, there's been discussion between Omega and Adam Cole about how they feel there's friction between them and they don't want it. But it sounds like that's what we're about to get.
Well, it'll be nice to see somebody who isn't the leader leave the Bullet Club for a change. You know, we lost the original leader, Finn Balor, who took off from New Japan to join WWE. Then the new leader from that was AJ Styles, and then he ended up leaving. And then we got Kenny Omega, so it'll be nice to see them stick with leadership, have a stable captain to their ship, because they're still running roughshod over everything. Over everything. I was blown away when Frankie Kazarian joined the Bullet Club.
Yes! Oh my god!
Spoiler, he faked it so that he could help Christopher Daniels win the title, or should I say prevent him from being screwed out of the title from other Bullet Club members. But, I mean, everybody who's anybody who isn't in WWE wants to be in the Bullet Club. Nuff said.
Thanks, Fat Mac. That's what I get for watching pretty much the entire show, except for the last match, seeing that it was about an hour long and saying, I'm going to go to bed.
Fallen Angel.
It's okay. I think I spoil plenty for you, too. It happens.
Oh, and just in case you folks didn't know, there will be spoilers on this podcast.
Oh, yeah.
You've been warned.
Spoilers?
Late, but you've been warned.
Profanity? Possibly a
What the
nutsack or
fuck?
two.
Profanity?
Profanity.
Shit.
Yeah, we're not a fucking family-friendly shit
God
show.
damn, I didn't know that. I'm gonna fucking change it up. Hot damn.
We keeps it surly.
All right, let's re-record all this.
Our
I'm gonna throw in a
mustache is
bunch
curly.
of fucks and stuff for no reason. Just like
Fuck,
I threw
fuck.
titties in the
Mother,
Deadpool
motherfuck.
or in the Logan
Mother,
movie for no
fuck,
reason.
Motherfuck. Orange noise.
There we go. All right. Speaking of folks who are Asian, because we were talking about New Japan, and all four of those people had no Asian blood in them, so I'm making a really awkward transition here. Hideo Itami returned to NXT. Long overdue. I missed the guy. I love him. I thought he was going to be way bigger than he is, and he's been plagued with injuries since coming to the WWE, and it's hurting him so bad, and I don't know if he can turn around. But came back to NXT at a house show, huge ovation. He came out there, he pulled out the GTS on Riddick Moss, and I mean, hey, we got to see Hideo Itami, we got to see the GTS. He's back. Hopefully he's going to be in TakeOver in some way, fashion, shape, form, something. I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do with him at this point.
I don't have an overabundance to say on the matter. About the time I started tuning into NXT was, I think I saw the episode where Kevin Owens attacked him. And that was about it for me and Hideo Itami. I know I play against him often in WWE 2K17, but other than that, for me, it's all about Nakamura.
Well, I'll tell you what, back in the day in All Japan Pro Wrestling, when he was Kenta, he was taking everybody out. He was the biggest star in that promotion, one of the biggest stars in Japan. Proof is, one of the biggest stars in the United States, CM Punk, stole his finishing move. Straight up stole it. Punk admits it. Kenta knows it. Everybody has said it. I mean, he stole the GTS from Kenta. Kenta invented the GTS. It's not a negative thing.
He didn't
All
even change the
wrestlers
name.
do that.
He didn't even change the name.
He didn't change the name. He could have called it the CMP for CM Punk. It's the CMP. You know.